Let's go Steelers! Today is game day, and I confess I'm looking forward to the game against the Bucs. I really believe in this victory, and if you believe it too, hit that like button hard. If possible, right, go Steelers! Let's win! Now I want to talk to you about something important. After wrapping up their training camp at St. Vincent College in Latrobe, the Pittsburgh Steelers are facing some tough and, frankly, unexpected roster decisions as final cuts loom just around the corner. With the regular season fast approaching, it's becoming increasingly clear that this roster will feature a few surprises, not just in terms of who makes it, but more so in who doesn't. And yes, that means some fan favorites and even recent additions may not survive the final trim down to 53. Let's start with the wide receiver room, which is shaping up to be one of the tightest battles of all. Robert Woods, the veteran wideout who was expected to bring leadership and a blocking presence to the offense, is now on the bubble. Despite his experience and fit in the offensive scheme, Woods hasn't shown enough in camp or preseason games. With guys like Scotty Miller turning heads with their performance in Latrobe, Woods is going to need a strong finish to the preseason to justify his spot. And even Miller, despite a solid camp, isn't a lock. If the Steelers were to sign someone like Amari Cooper in free agency, Miller could be the odd man out, not because he hasn't performed, but because there may simply not be enough room. The wide receiver math is tight. For names, DK Metcalf, Roman Wilson, Calvin Austin III, and Ben Skowronek are considered roster locks. Add a free agent like Cooper into that mix, and 5 is your likely max. Given the Steelers' commitment to heavy 12 and 13 personnel usage, carrying 6 wideouts might not be in the cards. That leaves fringe guys like Rock Taylor, Keyshawn Williams, and Brandon Johnson likely headed to the practice squad despite solid camps. They've flashed, they've produced, but the numbers just don't work in their favor right now. Moving to the offensive line, veteran Andrew Pete's signing was supposed to bring stability and depth. But there's a twist. The Steelers are trying him at tackle rather than his natural guard position. That experiment has been shaky at best. Dylan Cook, a true tackle, has performed well and looks like he could snag that 4th tackle spot. When you consider Calvin Anderson's contract as a swing tackle, it's hard to imagine Pete winning this battle unless he shows he can hold up consistently on the edge. If he doesn't, he could be looking for work once again by the end of the preseason. In the quarterback room, Skylar Thompson put on a show against Jacksonville, throwing touchdowns and orchestrating a polished 2-minute drill. But here's the reality. Will Howard, the rookie draft pick, fits the team's long-term vision better. He's younger, bigger, and has more upside. If the team struggles this season and they need to throw someone into the fire late in the year, they'd rather see what Howard has to offer than roll with a limited ceiling guy like Thompson. The plan appears to be stashing Thompson on the practice squad, if he clears waivers, that is. Then there's Carson Bruner, a recent draft pick who might not stick on the 53. He's shown some promise, but with Mark Robinson thriving on special teams and veterans like Patrick Queen, Peyton Wilson, Malik Harrison, and Cole Holcomb ahead of him, Bruner's best hope is a practice squad slot, and even that isn't guaranteed. So with all these looming decisions, we ask you, which of these surprise cut candidates shocks you the most? Who do you think deserves a roster spot that might not get one?